And welcome back, everyone, to episode 49 of the Sports Coach Podcast. My name is Andrew, alongside my co-host Vince. And as you can see, we're back separated, unfortunately. We had a good run there of a couple weeks. We got some really good episodes out with some really great guests. And I thank everyone who joined us over the last couple weeks. But that also means that camp is over for the year. So we thank you to Sammy for joining us, of course. We couldn't have done it without Mike as well. Keith was on during that, and of course Joe Torty to round it out. So that was a really good couple of weeks, and we thank all the guests that came on with us, and especially all the clips that we're still going to be able to put out over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, we're back separated. I'm back in my home. Vince is still not, but he'll be back down in Miami soon. But for
Well,
now, he's a Jersey boy.
hold on. Episode 50 next week, baby.
Episode 50 is also next week. That's another thing. And we may be in person for it. Not sure yet. We'll try to figure something out. But I can't believe it. And also, it's almost a year. In about 3 weeks, it'll be a year since we started this.
It's 500 followers though on Instagram. I just wish the YouTube got a little more recognition, but I can't
Yeah,
say anything about that.
yeah,
You literally had 100 like a month ago, so it's crazy.
exactly. And another thing is, I think in 2 weeks we're going to be filming my first international episode because I will not be in the States, so that will be something fun too, and see if the internet works out. But the episode might be a little late that week, so we'll see. But I think we just get right into it. Let's start with the NFL because, and I'll get to this in a moment. Training camp upcoming. We're going to Giants training camp on July 26th, so that will be definitely a fun experience, and it's excited to see what the New York Football Giants are going to be doing. I got to catch up on Hard Knocks though before we go to that. I got to know everything that's going on there.
Yeah, I'm just kind of I'm excited to see if Daniel Jones can actually throw the ball, unless he runs it.
Listen, I went last year and they looked a lot more impressive in training camp than they actually were. Like they actually looked kind of competent and stuff.
Yeah, I don't
But
think you
yeah.
can kind of base the season off just of training camp, but yeah, you're right.
But I think for the Giants already, one of the rookies that was supposed to report today got put in the pup list because I think he had an issue with his oblique or something like that. Theo Johnson, he was one of the tight ends. I think he was basically guaranteed to be our backup tight end this year with Waller not coming back. So that's kind of a miss to not have him in the first couple of days. But of course, we'll hopefully see him back in a bit. Anyway, starting with the NFL. So, first of all, Jamal Adams finally is signed by the Tennessee Titans. And, I feel like the Tennessee Titans have kind of gone under the radar this offseason because they've actually done a lot of stuff.
They did lose a lot, though. You got to realize that. Getting Jamal Adams is, I wouldn't say huge because Jamal Adams is definitely not the same player we saw once with the Jets. But, this is a good move. They did lose a lot of players, and getting someone like this can kind of balance it out.
Well, actually, I just want to look at the Titans offseason so far. Of course, Calvin Ridley. That's big. Tony Pollard.
Derrick Henry, though. Oof.
But losing Derrick Henry, of course. But getting Tony Pollard then isn't necessarily like a
Yeah.
total loss because they could have been stuck with someone random. Like
Yeah.
that's not awful. A lot of good defenders here. Um, this isn't bad. They got Rudolph as a backup. Like they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. Definitely not as good as that weird run they had. I think 2022. Remember that? That
Yeah,
was
man.
weird.
Ooh, the first seed? I know they lost, but still.
Yeah,
And and
that was a
they
trip.
ended hold on, they ended the Patriots dynasty though. Remember that?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That was a trip that, well, they didn't end the Patriots dynasty. The Patriots just became
Nah.
not good because of a certain someone leaving. Um, Earlier today, it was reported that Devonte Adam and the Jets deal was a done deal, but literally a couple minutes later, and props to Devonte's agents for getting this out so quickly, they debunked the trade rumors and called them baseless, effectively meaning either A, they do have a deal worked out and it's about to happen, but they don't want it leaking yet because it's not ready, or B, there really is nothing going on. And I don't really know which one to think right now, but we know that this trade isn't coming probably today or tomorrow, but there's still definitely a way for it to happen.
I wouldn't say Devontae Adams will go somewhere specifically, but we could probably see it happen. And then, do you think he's gonna get traded anywhere? Because again, they shut it
I
down.
think I think Aaron Rodgers calling him to the Jets is stupid. Like,
I mean, the
well,
Jets.
actually, hold on 1 second. You talk. I'm gonna try to call Jack real quick.
Okay, well, that's usually my job, but perfect. I mean, when we talk about the Jets, we talk about superstars, kind of. Well, not so much. Whenever we talk about New York sports, we always talk about superstars. Whether it's the Knicks, especially the Knicks. Of course they got Mikal Bridges, but the Jets. They haven't really done a lot when it comes to offseason signings, trades, besides Aaron Rodgers specifically, unless it's really in the draft where they actually build up their players. And when we talk about Jamal Adams, he was someone who they built up and then traded away, sent them away. So I think when we talk about the Jets, they kind of have to build up someone rather than signing. And I don't think Devontae Adams will fit in with the kind of way the Jets kind of, how do you say, like, want a player on the team. I know this sounds a little weird in how I'm saying it, but just the way I'm kind of spacing it out. And did Andrew, did Jack answer you?
Yeah, so we didn't get Jack did
Oh,
not
okay.
pick up. We'll maybe sometimes he calls back. We'll see if that happens. But yeah. So I don't know. But what I want to say about the Jets real
I
quick,
just wouldn't
sorry.
want to close the Jets rumor just yet because we know that it could happen eventually. We know, I mean, this is how sports are. It's unpredictable. But I just wouldn't close it away just yet.
I wouldn't either. And what I want to say about the Jets and Devontae Adams. Does Devontae Adams want to go to the New York Jets? I was kind of like talking about this earlier, but now I'm thinking about it again. The New
Well,
York
now, listen, Andrew. Fresno State, he had Derek Carr. We saw him with Derek Carr. Not very good. Aiden O'Connell, again, not very good. And then, of course, we were talking about. Oh, I think we talked about it like a couple months ago when it was NFL season, and Kenny Albert actually told us about it when we saw him at camp this week. Remember what happened with the Patriots and the Raiders? I mean, why would Devontae Adams want to be a part of an organization that does something like that in such stupid fashion? Definitely would not want to stick around with the Raiders. But when it
right,
comes to
exactly.
quarterbacks,
I think
listen, he had history with Derek Carr, and that didn't go very well. He had history with, very, very good history with Aaron Rodgers. I wouldn't specifically say it's going to be amazing if he goes to the Jets. And, of course, Aaron Rodgers is not the same player we saw with the Packers, when he was MVP caliber player. He was not getting hurt on a day-to-day basis. He was not, socially awkward. It's very different. I mean, honestly, Andrew, I mean, this is not the same Aaron Rodgers we were talking about. I mean, obviously the podcast
see,
isn't a real thing, but this is
listen,
not the Aaron Rodgers we saw just a couple years ago.
I think there's so many better spots where Devontae can excel as like an MVP caliber player. I think if he gets honestly though, imagine Devontae Adams going back to Green Bay with Jordan Love as his quarterback.
Ooh, okay, Andrew, I like where you're talking about.
I'm not saying that this is even
No,
possible to happen because
yeah.
there's a lot of different things that need to happen there. But I'm just saying I don't think this is gonna happen. I don't think it's possible for it to. But just imagine Devontae Adams with another young, like ready to go, just a guy like Jordan Love who needs a wide receiver that he could throw to and that they could score with. I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but again, that would be just imagine seeing that.
Well, depending on their relationship back when he was actually on the Packers, I think it would be an amazing deal. I mean, honestly, we talk about the Packers the last couple of years. They were, I mean, the type of team that eventually they look honestly amazing, and I have them as a dark horse, especially to make it to the Super Bowl. I mean, we talk about this team, and especially if they get Devontae Adams, who I know again we were talking about with Aaron Rodgers, not the same player. Devontae is not really the same player, but still, he is considered one of the best receivers in the league still. So, I mean, that would be huge if the Packers would end up getting him.
Yeah, but the the Packers, I feel like the Packers are good where they are right now.
Yeah, and I mean, we also
I
talk
don't
about
think
it.
they're
It's not like
willing to make a
they're
jump
young
like
team
that.
also, remember, like they're a young team. Hold on, this just came to mind, and I know. Well, I'm kind of comparing T. Higgins to Devontae Adams here, and this sounds a little weird because they're not obviously on the same level. Imagine if the Bengals got Devontae Adams.
As a replacement if that fell through.
I mean, hear me out. I'm not saying there's any trade going on, but I'm just saying eventually. Oh, I mean, obviously there's a trade going on, but I'm not saying like it's not a swap. It's not. I'm not saying T. Higgins gets traded to the
Oh
Raiders.
no.
No,
Hell no.
no, of course not. I mean,
But
no,
also T.
Actually,
Higgins on the Raiders. I'm thinking about like Devontae Adams on the Bengals. T. Higgins on the Raiders would just be a whole nother thing.
yeah, I don't. Oh my god, the amount of complaining would go on.
That would be. Oh,
Yeah, but
but
I mean,
yeah,
when we talk about teams, I think the Bengals and the Packers. I mean, I know that's a
because
little crazy,
but just
but we can talk
imagine
about those really neat receivers.
imagine Devontae with a capable quarterback again.
Well, with the Packers, that's resolved. Jordan's
Right.
amazing. Jordan Love's honestly one of the best quarterbacks in
But
the national
literally
football. He's MVP caliber.
think of any team with a good quarterback and then put Devontae Adams on that team and look at what it will do. Like
The Dolphins.
oh, no, be
I'm
quiet.
joking. I'm joking. No,
Be quiet.
I wouldn't want Devontae Adams. It's fine. It's fine.
Imagine what even and this one is not happening. But Bryce Young had good wide receivers at Bama. Imagine like a Devontae Adams type
like
player
that.
on Carolina. It's not
But
going to happen
but
again.
think about
But
it
like,
though. Hold on, Andrew, because when we talk about Devontae Adams, when we talk about Devontae Adams, we talk about kind of like Super Bowl contender in a little way. Like they were really good with the Packers. The Packers were amazing when he was there. Of course, he went to the Raiders thinking they were going to exceed, and they fell through the roof just like that. So I wouldn't specifically say that him going to Carolina is amazing. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, Andrew. I thought Carolina was going to be pretty good this season, and to see that they did iffy is a little kind of. I mean, it's obviously
and now they're going to be even worse because they just got rid of Brian Burns. They got rid of.
So I think
it didn't necessarily improve.
When we talk about Devontae Adams, I think we're talking about a very good program, a very good team, a very good franchise. I like where you're going with that. I'm honestly thinking the Giants. They have the history. I mean, I think it's the quarterback. I think it's the quarterback when we talk about Devontae Adams, though.
I would cry if that happens. Him and Malik Neighbors as wide receiver 1 and 2 would be like, oh my god.
Well, let's just hope Malik Neighbors is the next carrier as Tony.
Well, yeah, wait, what?
I know it's a little. Listen, Andrew. Part of me.
Although, at least if he's the next Kadarius Toney, we could get a decent.
Hold on, because the season hasn't even started, and Malik Neighbors is kind of acting like Kadarius Toney in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see come training camp, obviously, but I wouldn't say Malik Neighbors will stay on the Giants for a very long time. He's not going to be the next OBJ. I'll tell you that.
Oh, no one is. No one's going to be like OBJ
no, but I'm saying like even like staying that long on the team, that's not going to happen.
Oh yeah, and I think that. Oh my god, Devontae Adams on the Giants.
Hey, that's not that bad though.
Do you think at current is Daniel Jones better than Derek Carr in your mind right now?
Oh yeah, what Derek Carr's going to be out the league in a couple of years. Yeah. That was bad.
Daniel Jones might be too. Who knows?
No, but no. All right, hold on. I wouldn't say Daniel Jones is exactly out the league for right now. He's a good backup. I'll give him that. Yeah. But no, Derek Carr is definitely going to be out the league eventually. And when we talk about the Saints, I wouldn't be surprised if Spencer Rattler becomes the starting quarterback in the next couple of years.
Oh,
I mean, the Saints. I know this is a whole different discussion, and we can talk about this come when he retires. Retires. But I think the Saints honestly will be fine, fine having Derek Carr leaving. I mean, Spencer Rattler isn't that bad.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, Giants.
Oh, this is a really weird discussion. We went from Devontae Adams to where these quarterbacks are going to end up going.
Sorry, but also we talked about Devontae Adams to the Packers to the Panthers, and then the Bengals, and then the Giants. That.
I mean,
I don't think any of those are possible though.
Well, I mean, it's a possibility. Or wait, would you like to add the Jets in there?
Well, Jets is most likely out of those 5.
Yeah, I'd say we talk about all those teams eventually in the future, and if we get it right, I mean, we're just amazing at talking football.
Except we just named 5 of like the richest teams in the besides the Panthers.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I think that's where Devontae Adams wants to go.
Exactly. All right, we'll see though. We'll see. We gotta move on though. That was a lot for Devontae Adams.
Hey, but that was a good discussion though. I
enjoyed
that.
All right, this one we talked about a long time ago. We've had some interesting picks here. So wait, let's recap. what we thought here about this earlier. And by the way, this is Brandon Ayuk has officially put in his trade request. I had him going Steelers or Chargers. Where did you have him going again?
I honestly, I don't remember. Oh
The
no.
one thing I do remember is someone said Raiders, I think.
That who was on that episode? Was it?
And then I know Dylan
Oh,
said the Kansas City Chiefs.
I see it, but
well, you definitely didn't see it. You definitely didn't see it at all at the time. But yeah,
I don't know. I wouldn't say the Chiefs, but I mean, again,
I wouldn't. Anything's possible. Anyone who offers the 49ers anything is where Brandon Ayuk's going to go.
I mean, when we talk about a team for Brandon Ayuk, I think it's either the Steelers or the Commanders at the exact moment.
Commanders.
Listen, the Commanders.
Imagine
Jayden Daniels, because of Jayden Daniels.
But yeah, I was going to say, imagine Jayden Daniels with Brandon Ayuk.
Now they weren't even that. They weren't.
I have a question. Wait. I have just a question before. Like, do you think Malik Neighbors is comparable to Brandon Ayuk?
What, by the time he's the same age?
Or no, just like the way they play and like stuff like that. Like, do you think that Jayden Daniels can see Brandon Ayuk in a kind of Malik Neighbors situation like they were at LSU?
I mean, what do you mean? Like, what are you trying to say here? Like, Malik Neighbors and Jayden Daniels, like how they kind of went off.
Like Ayuk would be the next Neighbors for
Malik
Daniels.
Neighbors for Jayden Daniels.
Yeah.
I'd say so. Yeah, no, yeah. I think. Well, I mean, I think that's past expectations. I think Brandon Ayuk is obviously better than Malik Neighbors ever was coming out of college.
In college, Malik Neighbors was quite.
And hold on, Andrew, you got to do the. He had that going, but
yeah,
I don't know. I think as of right now, and I understand what your question was, but as of right now, I think, and even by the time Malik Neighbors will probably be what Brandon Ayuk's age, I think Brandon Ayuk will be better for Jayden Daniels rather than what Malik Neighbors was for Jayden Daniels. And I understand Jayden Daniels was a Heisman winner in the SEC, which is, we can both agree, the best conference in college football.
Yep.
That's not just call collegiate sports in general. That's not even a question. So, but yeah, no, I think Brandon Ayuk would definitely exceed expectations with Jayden Daniels.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, Brandon Ayuk. That's gonna be an interesting trade. But what do you think 49ers are gonna be looking for in return? Are they gonna want another pretty high caliber wide receiver for like a swap or just a bunch of picks? Like, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking picks here because
go ahead.
We saw what they can do. They obviously got Ricky Pearsall in the first round, which is huge. And if you were to ask me as a Florida fan, I would have much rather had Keon Coleman. I'm being serious. I would have much rather had Keon Coleman than Ricky Pearsall. And getting Ricky Pearsall, he kind of has the same play abilities as a slot receiver or kind of like a deep slot, like a deep threat kind of slot receiver in a way. Like he can go deep, but also can play like short in a way. And that's what I really love about Ricky Pearsall. But when we talk about Keon Coleman, he's a receiver who can go up and get your balls. Like this man is DK Metcalf 2.0. So, I mean, it was surprising to see this. That kind of hinted that Brandon Ayuk was going to leave at the present moment. But, yeah, I think they're going to go for picks here when we talk about it. But, I mean, did you have an opinion on it?
I'm going to tell you why it's not picks. They have CMC. They have Kittle. They have Purdy. They have all these guys in the prime of their career trying to go back to the Super Bowl, trying to make it back, trying to get that win. And you think that they're going to try to start planning for the future when right now they have like everything they need in the present?
Well, what else do they need? I mean, I understand that this team was literally a possession away from winning the Super Bowl, but when we talk about this team, I don't think they need anything. I think
they didn't need anything when they had Brandon Ayuk. But now if Ayuk is gone, they need a receiver. They potentially need like a bit of help just on the secondary or something like that. Just like getting better. If you can upgrade a position, upgrade a position. If you need to get rid of someone, I don't think getting picks is worth it for them right now. Fine,
But listen,
throw in a second there if you want or whatever. But I think that if they have to get rid of Brandon Ayuk, they should upgrade a position elsewhere.
yeah, but I mean, listen, no one's stopping the 49ers. They're the best team in the NFL right now. I don't care what you say. The man behind you is not stopping that team anymore. Like, that's not going to happen. The
No.
Chiefs are not the same team they were a year ago. And when we talk about the Chiefs, I didn't even have them maybe in the AFC Championship last year. I mean, it blows my mind. They were lucky they won, and I understand. Oh, the Swifties. Listen, they're not coming back this year. They're not going to be close. AFC is stacked. 49ers are fine. I don't think they really need. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but picks it's useful. I mean, yeah, maybe there can be a swap deal, but who's gonna want to swap Brandon Ayuk for someone like what receiver are they gonna have to give up? Like, oh, hold up, I thought of something. We talk about the Commanders. What if Terry McLaurin? What if Terry McLaurin? And as in your words, and we talk about the Commanders as one of the favorites for Brandon Ayuk. What if Terry McLaurin for Brandon Ayuk? And the 49ers, and listen, not the 49ers, and the Commanders have picks.
So I hate this. I hate this because it might work.
I know. I mean, it honestly, it's a little crazy. And we talk about Terry McLaurin as someone who kind of wants to be like, even when Terry McLaurin was coming out of college, seeing him being drafted by Washington, I thought he was going to stay there his whole career. But it could happen. It's a possibility. And Terry McLaurin would honestly fit the 49ers offense very well with a West Coast offense. I mean, be honest.
I don't.
And you said picks not the best, not always.
I just think.
Would be amazing.
I think yes, that would work perfectly. I just don't think it's realistic.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about teams that really need him at the moment. Commanders are a favorite. We're talking about favorite,
but favorites. They need him. But they need him to be a partner to Terry McLaurin, not to.
That is true. That is true.
Because now, as soon as Ayuk is not, because then as soon as Ayuk is not happy, then they have no one.
Now, but let me ask you something. Well, I wouldn't say he's not going to be on. I mean, anything can happen where people nowadays in the NFL unhappy. But I mean, when we talk about the Commanders, they have Jahan Dotson. He could be, the Robin, the Batman. I always bring this up, but I mean, they could be the duo. That could be the next best receiver duo in the league. Well, behind the Dolphins, behind the Texans.
Behind who else? Let's see here.
Colorado. No. Actually, Colorado's kind of nasty. All right, sorry. This is why we bringing NCAA into this.
Wait. Let's think. Behind.
But no, that's not even a bad duo. Like Jahan Dotson, I feel like is someone who's kind of exceeded what he was supposed to be coming out of college.
Behind Devontae Adams, Mike Williams. No. Yeah, no. But the Jets, honestly, if they get, the East might be like the NFC and AFC East next year might be so stacked if any of this happens.
Oh, of course. Why do you think we started off the NFL segment of this podcast with the AFC and NFC East? It's the best division in football. Come on.
Oh, by the way, are we going to do week by week and start doing our predictions again?
Oh yeah. Oh, we got to time that. Ooh.
We need to start the last week of. No.
Oh, well, it would be the August. Would pretty much be a month from now. We'll start doing NFL predictions. I can't wait.
That would be fun. And yeah, we do. We go conference by conference or division by division. So that would be good. All right, yeah.
Listen, I know time cutting short, but listen, Brandon Ayuk, as you said, you said the Steelers, right?
I said Steelers are perfect.
But what you were saying was a swap deal. Who is getting sent to the 49ers as a swap deal?
I didn't say a swap deal.
I don't see anyone.
No. I'm not saying swap deal for the Steelers. For the Steelers, I'm saying they're going to give up a defender. They're going to give up a defender, a second, and maybe some younger guy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I like that. And knowing the Steelers defense,
or Justin
that
Fields.
that could possibly work out.
Yeah, should be good. All right. Finally, rookies reported to training camp today. We're gonna start to see a lot out of that. NBA. Um, there's so much.
We thought last week was stacked. Oh god. Well, I
no,
mean,
let's
honestly, last week was
let's
bad. We
let's
had to cut off the episodes.
let's shake it up a bit. Let's trade off for NBA. You could be the host for a bit. Let's go one by one. Let's see it. Let's see your skills.
You want me to go first?
You could go first. Let's see it.
All right. Daniel Tice signs a 1-year deal with the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't heard of this man since the Celtics back in the bubble days. I don't know. What do you think about this, Andrew?
How much did you get signed for?
It did not say when I was actually doing my research.
It didn't say.
No, I mean it's a 1-year deal. You can only imagine. And knowing the 1-year deals recently.
Also, he's with the German team for the Olympics this summer.
Ooh.
That, by the way, that German team honestly isn't bad. They have Schroeder too.
Oh, wait, wasn't he on Canada or am I tripping? Hold on.
No, he's not on Canada.
Well, that's actually kind of Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
They have.
Yeah, but listen,
Dennis Schroeder, Franz Wagner. Like,
it's not bad, but I just think like when we talk about Germany, I think Franz Wagner and Schroeder kind of have to be the step up level rather than like when they're actual teams in the NBA.
Yeah, that team's not going to be bad though.
Yeah, I wouldn't see them being like a Greece type of.
Oh,
Argentina
I have a question
level.
real quick. Speaking of the Olympics, did you see Gobert standing on his tippy toes and Wemby crouching down so that he looks taller than him?
Oh yeah,
because literally Wemby was literally crouching down in the picture. So that's a whole other thing.
Wemby's an alien. Why do you think I said that him and Chris Paul are the best duo in NBA?
Okay. Chill.
Yeah, I know you saw that clip get 100 likes.
Why are you? You know what? I'll let you take this one too, because Miami Heat, they're gonna be so good.
Yeah, they are. Well, not next season, but Haywood Highsmith, one of the best undrafted players of all time, has agreed on a 1-year, $11 million deal with the Miami Heat.
Wait. You just said they're not going to be good next year, but they're going to be good the year after. So after he's gone, I don't think you like this, huh?
It's not that I don't like the deal. I'm not saying you got to put me on the spot here. You put me on the spot here. I don't think Miami's going to be as good just because the East is getting better as we speak. The Sixers are going to be, hell, I'll say it right now, possibly NBA champions. The Knicks, Celtics again. I know it's a little crazy, but no, the Heat are definitely not going to be contenders next year. As much as I enjoy having Haywood Highsmith on the team, but I just think this deal is a little bit iffy. I would have definitely gave him like 3 or 2 years, especially knowing he was undrafted and knowing our history with undrafted players leaving, like Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, and Max Strus. I would have definitely raised them up.
All right. Next up, all right. If you saw last episode, Sammy was actually wearing this jersey. The Sixers are reportedly bringing back the retro AI era jerseys, and they look clean in last episode. I just don't think they fit the current era of the Sixers anymore.
I mean, I'm not saying no to that jersey. I'm not saying no to Paul George repping that jersey with number 8.
Oh, of course.
Come on, I'm not saying no. I wouldn't even. Hey, I know I got this jersey recently, but as you can tell,
yeah,
the Rockets dominating. I'm not saying anything. I would have definitely gotten that Allen Iverson jersey when I was picking out my jersey, but I like it. I think it's like you said, kind of fitting the new era of the team. It doesn't really fit it, but I see it. I'm not saying no to the jersey. I don't think anyone is, especially in the Philly area.
No, definitely not. I'll just take the next one, and then we can start searching off again. Kawhi Leonard officially stepped back from his role in the U.S. Olympic team and will be replaced by Derek White. Now, first of all, I'm going to say Kawhi Leonard was a much bigger part of this Olympic team than people are saying he was going to be, because of course, like, defense, that's huge, and seeing him step back is kind of a surprise.
I know you say a surprise, Andrew, and I was shocked too. But I'm not gonna sit around here and say that this was not a surprise. I'm honestly gonna say that this was kind of expected, knowing his injury history. Listen, Andrew,
Well, of
he has
course.
gotten hurt so much recently that I'm not even blaming him for not even wanting to be a participant, but wanting to be a part of the early stages of the team during the pre-workouts, the photo shoots and all that. There, that is not like you should have said no
So
from the beginning and
are you
not go
saying
through
that
on that.
are you saying that he always knew that he was going to drop out?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna say this right now: definitely a disappointment to the U.S. National team. Definitely a disappointment. I mean, not only is he a disappointment to the NBA in general, he has not been good since he was on the Toronto Raptors. I mean, we haven't seen anything of this man since 2019. Honestly, I have not really heard of Kawhi Leonard since then. He's barely played any games. Neither did that Clippers team throughout that whole run. What else? Like, that is definitely a disappointment to this U.S. Olympic team.
Yeah.
And honestly, Andrew, he should have definitely stepped out because I know there's definitely a couple players that do deserve the spot over him. He should have definitely just declined the offer from the start. Derek White to mention. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown not making the U.S. team. Is that a shock, Andrew?
I just don't think that he would have been there if he was like telling them like, I want to be on this team, I want to be a part of this. But I don't think he was really going for that. So
I mean, when we talk about two players like Derek White and Jaylen Brown, who deserved it? Over those two. What do you think?
wait, which two? Him and
Derek White and Jaylen Brown. Who do you think deserved them more at the spot?
Jaylen Brown. Is that
Yeah,
even a
I mean, we talk about even when they won the championship, we were talking about who's the best player on the team.
But then here's the better
Easily.
question: there's a million guys on this team that Jaylen Brown is better than. So like, I just don't think it really mattered that much to him.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind winning a gold. Didn't they lose to what was it, Canada? Who did they lose to recently?
They didn't lose to anyone. They almost lost to Australia.
That was it. Yeah, they almost lost them. Yeah, that was it. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind.
And honestly, for a while the first half of the Canada game did not look good for them.
Yeah,
right.
I think it's just a lot of chemistry.
Yeah. All right, you're up again.
All right, Saddiq Bey, the former Atlanta Hawks, signs a 3-year, $20 million deal with the Wizards. The Wizards going for some young talent. I kind of like the move, but when Saddiq Bey left the Pistons, went to the Atlanta Hawks, I honestly thought that they were going to be a lot stronger of a team. We saw it be a disappointment. I'm not going to sit around here and say that the Wizards are going to be I'm not going to say this is a very helpful move, but I'm not going to sit around and say that this is a bad move. I like it mutually.
Yeah. Next one is huge and shows why the Knicks are going to be one of the best teams for a long time. Jalen Brunson signs a 4-year, $156.5 million deal? What? He took $113 million off of his contract. $113 million. So that the Knicks can survive for longer with the team that they have. That is insane.
I just think it's the Villanova bros. They definitely want a championship here.
And you know what else is even crazier? Mikal Bridges just said he'll sign an extension the same way, taking a cut of almost 50% of it.
Wow. This just shows how much this team really wants to win. And I explained this when we were talking about this. I do think they're a championship contender. I do think they're going to make it to the NBA Finals eventually, especially if there's pay cuts involved, especially if their best player, who honestly should get Shohei Ohtani money. I'm going to be honest right now. Jalen Brunson is one of the best players in the world right now. That is insane. But yeah, a pay cut to really just help your team win. What a
Yeah.
team player, man! What a team player, and that's just amazing. Nick's definitely
Yeah.
going to be there up there.
All right, your turn again.
Denver Nuggets rookie and 22nd pick in this year's draft, Deron Holmes II has suffered a torn right Achilles tendon. Oof.
Did that happen? Did that happen during summer league game or like practice?
Yeah, I think it was during probably maybe either. Oh no, it was during a game, I think. But
Yeah, he went. He had surgery. Yeah.
now when we talk about Dayton, or I think it was Dayton. No, but I mean,
Yeah. It was in the game. Yeah. Crazy.
he didn't even have Dayton. He didn't even have a bad college career, especially senior year. He didn't even have a bad college career, but wow.
Yeah. All right. So even though last week we said Westbrook took the option and stuff like that, there's been a lot of rumors about the Clippers potentially trading him because I think that the Clippers can get a bag for Russell Westbrook. Do I think it's 100% likely to happen? No.
Listen,
But
Andrew. When I was looking for the research though for this episode, sadly enough, I saw a comment on under a post saying, "Isn't he still in the Nuggets? His career's over." I mean, Russell Westbrook, what a career! He's done. Like, I the Clippers don't even want him. They're probably gonna part
but
ways.
but I think the Clippers can get a bag for him if I'm being honest.
But you think so?
There's a big trade to the Warriors maybe.
Hmm.
And the Nuggets. They're both front runners for them. Yeah, Nuggets are a front runner for them. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah. All right, you're up again.
Gary Trent Jr. has agreed on a 1-year deal with the Bucks. There was a lot of rumors this past week. I'm not surprised he went to a kind of a team on the East side. I like his move a lot. He obviously was on the Raptors, where again he's kind of coming back to the States. I like this move. I think it's going to work out. The Bucks obviously did not exceed any expectations last year. To getting Dame and just
Yeah.
throwing it all away, no, definitely not. But I like the move here. I think it's pretty good. Getting a 1-year deal.
Yeah, I think that the Bucks are just trying to piece together the holes that they have in the team right now in a way that will make them be able to contend next year with Dame and Giannis still. But yeah, it's fine. And lastly, news from today: Pat Bev is leaving the NBA and has signed a deal with a team in Israel. But yeah,
No.
sad.
Wait, are you talking about the guy that stood up on the scores table and threw his jersey in the crowd after winning a play-in game?
Yeah, that would be him.
Wow. Do you think he'll ever come back to the NBA though?
No.
That was definitely that was some fun times watching him in the NBA though. The Clippers, okay, fights.
Yeah. All right. We get to move on to some happy times because NCAA 25 is here. We've pretty much been playing every day nonstop.
I
It's
so we're not
beautiful.
gonna talk about my first game was a blowout. Was it on the story?
So kind of a bit of a preview of what's going to happen later this week when we have our matchup. He lost, 80 what to 20 what?
85-25.
Mm.
So about the game, I was trying to get used to it. The kickoffs were very hard. Kicking in this game is not that bad now, but when you get the red meter, you know it's not going to look good. It's going to look like something like Cody Parkey's kicking the damn ball. Yeah, no, this is. When we talk about, obviously my first game was really bad. This is so fun, man. Like, I could have not asked for something better. This is going to be amazing. Just the way it's already gone the first 2 days, I'm definitely going to, after this recording, I'm definitely going to hop back and play, finish some Road to Glory, finish some Dynasty. which have not been going very well for me
I'm
either.
almost done with my entire first Road to Glory playthrough.
And what'd you say? You went to UM, which I kind of like, and then
I
you went to
did I
UConn,
did
right?
I did worked my way up to the second string, and then transferred away to get a starting job at UConn, where I'm entering my second year.
That's not bad. I kind of like that.
And I'm already up to like an 82 overall. So if I transfer
What
after this year,
What are
I
you
could.
at? Wait, hold on. So what were you, a contributor?
I was a whatever the 3-star is,
Oh, damn, you were a contributor. Ooh, my second
because
year. I'm like,
I spent all my energy on like the XP, so I got a lot of skill points. But
yeah.
for the Yukon thing, I'll probably I get if I transfer after this year, I could probably work up to an 85. I could pretty much transfer and start wherever for my junior year, because since I was redshirted at Miami the freshman year, I got a second freshman year basically last year.
Yeah.
So
I don't
that's
know.
like
I haven't had the best time playing either mode Dynasty
no,
or Road to Glory,
but
but I'm happy for my Road to Glory.
my next Road to Glory is going to be a 7 foot tall max weight running back 5-star out of Texas.
Ooh, okay, all right, I like that.
And
Wait,
we'll
so wait,
see.
hold on, Andrew. Did you do like your regular self? Like, did you like put like your regular like?
Yeah, basically that's what I did. It wasn't really that. Yeah. Also, have you noticed that they try to pronounce your last name like whether it's in the game or not?
Really?
Yeah, one of my friends whose last name isn't in the game, they had like AI trying to pronounce the name.
Ooh, okay. That's yeah. I hadn't seen that at all.
Yeah, I've actually noticed a lot of bugs with the commentators. Like about when I'm about to get to the second half, they keep saying like, "Oh, they're going to take one more drive to try to finish out this game." But it's not finishing out the game; it's finishing out the half, which is one thing that's kind of weird.
I mean, I can't say anything about the
Oh,
commentators. I gotta say I love the commentators in this game, and I understand there's a lot of bugs.
yeah.
I've seen a
Oh,
lot
and
of it.
also, Team Builder isn't coming in mid-August. That's one thing. And then
Yeah.
another thing is they they said that I clicked to sim 1 week, like to just get to the part where I can enter the transfer portal, and it simmed me throughout the entire off season up to like week 1.
Okay.
I
That's
literally just clicked advance week like you do in Road to Glory, and it simmed me
yeah.
through the whole thing, which is I don't whatever.
Well, Angela, well, before we stop talking about this game, which I love, obviously, and I cannot wait for our matchup. But if you had to say a stadium that you most enjoyed playing in, whether you lost or won that game, what stadium would you pick? I already know my
One
answer. That's the Swamp.
ones that I've
Yeah,
played
you
in
played it.
already.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't necessarily played in a lot of good stadiums because, well, actually, scratch that. I played against UConn at Ohio State last year. That
Ooh,
was
okay. All
crazy.
right. Hmm.
Ohio
So,
State. The
so
the
I kind of want to recall that you were playing someone in Penn State. I think it was
all
about
right.
like 2 hours ago. I think the score was what getting a 35 or 28 something to 0. What would you say your experience at Penn State whiteout
All right.
was like?
Listen, it wasn't whiteout. It was a day game.
Oh,
Just
it was they okay? Oh, I didn't. Okay.
I'm staring directly into the camera for this. I could not hear the plays my coach was telling me, or just like I could not figure out the plays.
Oh, and
Anytime I tried to click the
by the way,
plays, I couldn't see them. And
and I know that we played a little exhibition match. I got demolished.
oh yeah, I beat him.
You're Colorado. You have two of the best players in the game. I was
We did
Navy.
random teams. We did random
I
teams. I
understand that, and I
happened to
know I
get
chose
Colorado.
Navy because I wanted their playbook. Gotta say, I love that option playbook. Wait till we play in person,
No, no, no.
Florida.
Hold on. I'm not done. Let me finish telling the camera about my experience. I couldn't hike the ball. Like literally, I could not
What
get
did
the
you do? Like
ball in
you got
Jalen
butter on your
Milroe's hands.
controller? It's not that damn hard. All you gotta do is press X on PS5 and what on
No,
Xbox.
no. They put in where when it's like when the thing's all the way at the max, it takes you a couple tries to hike the ball because
So,
the
what
center
would you
can't
give
hear
your?
you.
Oh, wait, have you played in Bryant Denny yet?
Yeah. I played like a couple like matches on my own.
Yeah,
But I
I
mean,
can't play there.
well, I mean, obviously Bryant Denny is better than Ohio State for me. But
That's obvious. Yeah, that's
in a
definitely.
game that I've actually played like a full game and like experienced it's Ohio State because that was tough to play.
Yeah.
All right.
There's still a lot to go. I mean, I cannot wait for this. The rest of this game, the rest of the
Yeah.
however long it's until they launch a new game. I honestly am so excited for the rest.
MLB. Oh, actually, I have one more question.
Yeah.
Is NCAA basketball coming?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say exactly. I think college football was more of a. I just feel like more of the community played it, and we're talking about 600,000 people are online. I mean, this is game of the year by far until what GTA comes out. I mean, this is huge. I don't think basketball's going to top it. Nonetheless, I don't think basketball's going to come out. I think they kind
Well,
of want to
basketball
settle.
wouldn't come
I
out.
think they want to
Basketball
settle in
wouldn't come
football
out for
and
another 2 years anyway.
I,
But
yeah, I think they're just gonna have to wait either way. So no, I don't
I'd
think
like
so.
to. I'd like to see it. But yeah, I don't think that it's super likely. Because the last one was what 2010, so that was even longer.
Yeah,
All right, MLB All-Star Week. Love this time of year.
I used to participate in those, and I just stopped going, but they're pretty fun.
Yeah. All right. First of all, MLB draft. Travis Benzana of Oregon State goes #1 overall to the Guardians. They don't really need that much help, but yeah. And he becomes the first Aussie to ever go first overall in the draft. That's huge. He started off playing cricket and decided he wanted to play baseball instead, and now he's the #1 pick in the MLB draft.
Wait,
Crazy. Good
you
for
said he
him.
played cricket, and now he's playing MLB baseball. That's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think in middle school or like whatever their equivalent was, he was playing cricket, I believe is what I read. So that's geez. But good for him. Congratulations and congratulations to everyone else who got drafted. We'll talk about one more special draft pick during the Fast Facts. Last night, Teoscar Hernandez won the home run derby after a tight final round against Bobby Witt Jr., who was my pick to win. And Bobby Witt, I don't know if you saw the picture. Literally, I'm going to say 6 inches away from tying it with his last out. Just off the top of the wall. But that was amazing. I don't necessarily like the new derby rules, but I definitely went faster but I just don't think it was as entertaining to see like the countdown and stuff like that.
I kind of saw Teoscar Hernandez coming into this strong as a favorite. No Pete Alonso in the final. I
Pete
mean,
Alonso's never going to
I
win.
thought
Pete
last year he was
Alonso's
going to
never
be done.
winning one of
I
these
thought
again.
last year it was done for him. That's huge.
Okay, here's something I want to ask about Pete Alonso. There are 2 guys I can name on the New York Mets more deserving of an all-star spot. Can you?
Yeah, Iglesias.
Okay.
Oh. Hey,
All
that
right.
Mets game was fun. I will say that.
Yeah.
I just wish he got
Francisco Lindor, Brandon
Yeah.
Nimmo. But
yeah, I'd say so.
but now here's the conspiracy. Why was Pete Alonso the only guy in the All-Star game then? Oh, wait, it's because they won him in the home run derby. Well,
I mean, whatever gets revenue. For the
like
sport,
someone said,
that's all.
because someone said that like he wasn't going to be in the derby unless he was selected. So that's basically exactly what happened. If he didn't get selected, the big guy Pete Alonso would not be in the derby with a chance to win another one. So there you go. All right. The Phillies are leading the way this year with 8 All-Star selections. Packed house. I don't know if you saw the picture. It's just like half the Phillies starting lineup there. So
I'm gonna make Sammy happy right now and say that the Phillies are gonna win the World Series.
Okay, all right, moving on.
As a four-time
no.
as a
We're moving on.
now known Yankees fan that I told already keep pictures and that. As a also kind of neutral fan at the moment, I think the Phillies are the best team in baseball. You can't tell me no. You really can't tell me no, Andrew.
Statistically,
8 All-Stars. Statistically, and when we talk about history, I mean, the last couple of years they've had some struggles when it comes to playoffs. The Phillies got this in the bag. I'm not even there's just no question in my mind saying no, they won't make it either to the finals or NLCS or not. They're definitely making to the
Yeah.
championship, Major League
Yeah.
World Series. That's not even a question.
All right. Next up, the starters. Corbin Burns deserves it. Phenomenal. He's been amazing. And Paul Skeens also been amazing. Literally, like 2 months in the league, and he's already tearing it up. He's going to be good as long as he doesn't get hurt, because throwing that hard will catch up to him one day. But for right now, this rookie year is going to go down as one of the best rookie years in a while.
Um, Honestly, I was kind of jumping up and down for joy. I think this is huge. The way I got the news was pretty funny. But yeah, no, when we talk about Paul Skeens, we talked about it at the beginning of the season. Whether it is him throwing fast, and I know we had the discussion, which was that was a big long rant we had. But I mean, he deserves it to be an all-star starter in your first year getting called up. He hasn't even played the whole year. I'm just so amazed by this kid. Definitely going to be one of the better greats in this league, especially if he can stay healthy. No doubt in my mind, him and the Pirates will get this organization turned around.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Next up, some more news about the Phillies, actually. The Athletics flamethrower Mason Miller reportedly took the Phillies team plane with the Phillies team to the All-Star game. First of all, there's a couple reasons for why this happened in the first place. One, Athletics are cheap. Two, the Athletics were playing the Phillies, first of all, so it made sense for them to kind of hop on a plane together. Three, because Mason Miller is going to be traded to the Phillies in about, what day is it? 2 weeks. So yeah, there you go. Mason Miller going to the Phillies, pretty much confirmed, which is going to be crazy. He's just so good.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you can only imagine. That only helps the Phillies make it to the World Series even more. So,
Yeah.
amazing.
All right. Last question for the MLB. Who do you think will be the biggest guy traded this year at the deadline? You could start.
I'll go first. I'm going to go with Jazz Chisholm. There was a lot of rumors, whether it was the Yankees, the Mariners. I know we were talking about this at camp. The Yankees could be a favorite here. I think the Mariners for sure. Just because
All right.
the Mariners are, again, I think they're not so far from playoff success. They have J Rod. Okay, I
Who,
mean,
by the way, hasn't been playing like super. Like he's been good, but he hasn't been like amazing.
not like 50 home runs in a home run derby type season.
Yeah.
That was insane last year. But
Yeah,
damn, I do think Jazz is going to lead the Marlins. This is another rebuild we're going. Well, I can't say we anymore. They're going through again. I think they're going to go. He's going to go to the Mariners.
Scratch
and
that. J Rod's been really good.
And they're going to give
270 and 10 home
that's
runs.
not bad.
That's fine. That's pretty good.
And giving away Jazz comes with a lot of priorities. Whether it's picks, whether it's a lot of players, he's going to get a lot in return. The Marlins are going to get a lot in return for Jazz. Can't tell me no.
Just like they got a lot for Luis Arias.
I thought you were about to say like Giancarlo Stanton or like one
or
of these
Giancarlo
guys.
Stanton. Who else? Do you want me to list all of them? Do you want me to go through all of them?
You could have said Christian Yelich, and I was going to kill you.
All right, fine. Just like they could have gotten a lot for Giancarlo Stanton, Christian Yelich, Sandy Alcantara is going to be gone in about 2 weeks. Luis Arias, I said that one already. Who else?
I'm not even saying no to this. What if Sandy and Jazz are in the same deal? I'm being so serious. Sell the team, get rid of everyone. Good night.
Oh, I forgot Miguel Cabrera.
That hurts even more. You did not have to go there with that one, Andrew. You did not have to go there with that one because honestly, I know I wasn't alive, but even when I've been told this by other adults, the Marlins at the time were looking to get some success, beat the living hell out the Yankees, win a World Series, and then sell the whole team away, throw them all away for nothing but a bag of chips. I don't know what hurts more, that when we could have had one of the best players on our team like Miggy for, maybe when I'm still alive.
Sorry, I
Uh,
forgot another one. Sorry, Azuna. Oh.
you know what? Because I wasn't as hurt as Azuna.
JT
Um,
Realmuto. Oh, whoa.
I'm waiting for one more name. If you were to say Ichiro, I actually would have driven to your house, and I would. Whatever happened to Ichiro, man? Oh, I miss him so much.
Oh, yeah.
Ichiro, I can go on a rant right now. Ichiro, D. Gordon, um, Justin Bohr, Derek Dietrich. Oh my god! And you already named the rest.
Hoffman. That was a good one, too.
Did Al
You know
Leiter
what?
get traded too, or what? What's going on? I don't even remember. Like I'm being so serious.
Hold on, let me
Switch
find
this
out.
up. Did Al Leiter get
I
traded too? Because
I got you.
I'm stealing away everyone.
I'm on his baseball reference. Give me a moment. Well, he was an all-star, and then I think it looks like a free agent thing.
Okay, well, no, at least we didn't trade him away. But again, Jazz going to the Mariners is realistic. Wouldn't be surprised if Sandy Alcantara joins in on that deal. Whether they get a lot back, it's going to end up looking something like Christian Yelich trade for sure. That's not even a question. This Marlins team is going downhill. We're not going to. And you know what's really funny? In the beginning of the season, I was looking at graphics that said that they were going to win a World Series by 2026, 2028. That's not happening. I'm sorry.
Remember when they started off like 0 for
9 maybe, or what was it? 0 for 9, 0 for 10,
11? I thought it was more than that. I thought it got double digits.
0 for 12, 0 for 12
Whatever.
maybe.
All right.
I don't even know. That
All
drives
right.
me nuts.
Here's mine. This one is definitely a lot more out there. It was rumored, and then it wasn't rumored, and then it was. If you saw Vladimir Guerrero Jr. yesterday talking with all these other guys at the All-Star game, having the time of his life, and he's just not joined by anyone from the Blue Jays. There's no one there. His team isn't supporting him. His team's been awful this year. If I'm Vladimir Guerrero Jr., I am still at an incredibly young point in a potentially Hall of Fame career. I want out of there. And I'm going to say Vladimir Guerrero Jr. can definitely pull in a lot for the Blue Jays. So I think Blue Jays, you got to suck it up. Vladdy needs to go, maybe Bo Bichette too as part of something. And I think that the Blue Jays, this time for them is over. That's it.
Uh, well, I'm gonna give you some claps right now. Hold on, Andrew. Well said. I honestly kind of agree with that. I think Vladdy deserves to go somewhere where they're gonna treat him well, like you said, and be able to compete for what maybe even like getting somewhere any
Even a
playoffs.
pennant.
Yeah, at this point, any playoff success. Blue Jays have not looked good recently. They've never really looked good since Batista and Donaldson. Anyway, thank God we're not Blue Jay fans. That'd be pretty bad.
Oh, all right,
Yeah,
all right. But hold on a second. Sorry. What were we just talking about like 2 minutes ago?
Marlins.
Okay, I'll just let
The
you sit
Blue
with that.
Jays. Come on.
Yeah, no.
Who's a fan of Toronto sports? Be honest.
I could call someone right now who is.
Go ahead.
No, they're not around. All right,
Okay,
no,
cool.
they're. I'll get a statement from them for next time.
All right, perfect.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, well said. I like
MLB.
that.
Clip that. I want people getting mad at me for saying Vladdy's gone.
Hold on. Tell me. Did I hear you say he's having a Hall of Fame career?
If he gets out of there.
I don't know.
Wait,
Andrew.
I have a question for you. I
think if he gets out of there,
No. I have a question for you.
Hall of Fame is not where I put him.
Listen. How old do you think Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is?
What is dad?
No,
Him.
you. Or him. How old do you think he is?
Well, I remember I went to the home run derby. I don't know this off the top of my head. I remember I went to the home run derby. He was kind of like, I don't know if he was, no, he wasn't a rookie. He was kind of like a young star at the moment. When he lost to Pete Alonso in 2019, or I believe it's 2019. Yeah, 2019 in Washington, or no, Cleveland. Sorry, in Cleveland. I know this is taking a while. I'm just trying to get like something accurate. 24 now. Is he 25?
What? Yeah.
Did I get that right?
That's a crazy pool. I thought you were going to say something a lot earlier. Because the point I was trying to
No,
make
no.
is
Andrew. I know you say stuff that I don't know so much MLB, but I can tell you this for sure. I used to love Vladdy, honestly. Like, especially when that home run derby happened back in Cleveland. I honestly love Vladdy so much. I was pulling for him to win. I actually remember something. When I was going back home to Miami from Cleveland. I was on the plane and I met one of like the agents for Vladdy. Such a cool
Mhm.
dude. He was telling me all about him. So definitely, I know my stuff, man. I know it's kind of a crazy pool, but no, I kind of expected something to be around
Yeah,
there.
that's wild. But yeah, my point
And
was
by the way, I
anyway.
did not search this up. I did not search this up at all. Like
All right.
honestly,
My
look,
point was
last thing I searched
Vladdy.
up was Mason Miller. That's it.
Yeah, my point was Vladdy still young. He's got 15 years left, maybe. If he could go somewhere else, just imagine. All right,
Yeah. Just hope injuries don't get in the way with him. Yeah, and he's good.
time to move on to football. So, I, I think we could go through this fairly quick because I would hope most people in the world have seen this by now. Spain is your
Okay.
Euros champion. They've bottled Europe. They've bottled Europe. Yeah, these how I swear they're the most unlucky team to ever like be created. And also today, Southgate resigned, so that's a whole nother thing. So now they need to find an actual competent coach to help them out there. I don't understand how this keeps happening year after year, and honestly, I feel bad for these guys. Trent should have a trophy by now. Harry Kane should have a trophy by now. All these guys should have trophies by now, and they just can't because they keep bottling in the finals. So there you go. Hey, you missed my rant about England. Wait, what are you
Well,
wearing?
listen.
What?
So I have a France kit here. I know I had France in the beginning of the tournament. Get out of here. Spain all the way. As the tournament went on, I kind of realized that Spain were honestly contenders. Whether it was them, Germany, France, whoever it was, Spain looked like they were gonna win. Wow, they proved it. What did you have to say about Spain?
I was in, I was like watching, like I was at like a watch party, like sort of thing, like hundreds of people there probably. When England scored, I think I lost my hearing. It was insane. And then they proceeded to go downhill, and the opposite happened to them, where Spain scored at the end, and oopsie, they lost another one.
England has fans. I want to be honest right now. I'm not surprised Southgate got resigned. England is not good. Their chemistry, number one, they're not very good. Number one. I know I kept saying numbers. Just what I want to say here is, look, their managers now no part of their team for a reason. We
This is
saw,
their
and
chance.
even if like this, Harry Kane hasn't even won a championship, hasn't won anything his whole career. This could have been his first ever like national thing ever. He throws it all the way. I don't even know what to say here. I
He
don't
didn't
even know
throw it
why.
all.
Who,
He
who
got
are fans
subbed
of
out.
England?
He got subbed out 8 minutes into the second half.
Well, no wonder.
Exactly. And Argentina, again, another one to the trophy case, wins Copa America. And I think Messi now is better than
Solidifies
Ronaldo.
himself as the GOAT. I'm definitely. I mean, when we hold on, Andrew, when we were talking about just soccer in general, I've always been a type of I like Ronaldo more. I'm gonna be honest with you. Since 2020, Ronaldo had a Euro. He had other couple championships. I'm talking on the national level though. He had one major championship. Messi now has two Copas, a World Cup. Not surprised. That's right. Messi. Hold on, Andrew. Hold on, Andrew. Can we end the debate right here? Is Messi the greatest player of not just our generation, but of all time?
Well, Messi and Ronaldo are better than any player ever. So yeah.
But you think Messi's the greatest player of all time, though, man. I'm trying to add. Like,
Who
you
else?
think?
Who else besides Ronaldo is close to him? Not from our generation.
Huh.
I thought the GOAT debate was always Messi versus Ronaldo.
I'd say Christian Pulisic. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, no, no.
I'm gonna walk out.
I'm so sorry. No. Um, I mean Maradona. Could we Pelé, Cruyff?
Here's something important.
Gullit?
Messi has 130 more assists than Ronaldo in 200 less appearances.
Hold on, Andrew. I just remember something. Di Maria retired after this game. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that game was crazy.
You know, you got to feel bad. I don't know how Hard Rock Stadium's going to recover from this. You know,
how are we going to host a? How are we hosting a World Cup?
How is a World Cup going to get hosted in the States if
it's going to be awful?
I don't know. If this cannot be happening come World Cup. Like this is really bad, and not only is this affecting, fans, whether they're hurt or not, this is affecting the Dolphins. Come on, we're about to host the Super Bowl, the AFC Championship this year, and we got things like that going on. This is just really bad. Yeah, we're hosting the AFC Championship next year. Don't worry, Andrew. But no, listen, this should not be happening. This should not be happening to our stadium. As a Dolphins fan, I'm really pissed off.
By the way, Copa tickets are way too expensive. It's insane.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to remember it's Messi, and if you look at anyone else, for example, how much was Uruguay, Colombia, for example? Do you know for exact? Do you know how much that was?
No, 200.
Yeah, I mean, not as much as
on the resale market.
Okay, well.
No, 200, but also 200 for the last.
Any of those prices are not as comparable as when Argentina plays.
Yeah. Anyway,
I hope they can rebuild that stadium or parts of the stadium because I love Hard Rock. AC Championship.
Anyway, though, let's move on to the fast facts to end off the episode, like we always do for the last time before episode 50. Renderings for the LA Olympic Games came out in all their locations and stuff like that. Everything's in LA. It looks beautiful. They're using the LA Coliseum. They're using SoFi, all the stuff. It looks amazing. But too bad if you're in the canoe slalom or softball because you're getting shipped out to Oklahoma City. Have fun out there.
Okay. So we couldn't think of anywhere else. Not even.
Yeah.
And I understand that they might have fields.
UCLA has facilities. USC has facilities and I'm talking about for softball. Every college there has a softball stadium. That's the first thing, and you can just put in extra stands. Second thing, well, I guess slalom makes sense a bit, but you could find a river somewhere in California, or make a river in California. I don't really get the Oklahoma City thing, but yeah. And our last fast fact, going back to the draft. And this came out an hour ago. David Ortiz's son was taken in the 19th round of this year's MLB draft. So that's a big thing for them. And congratulations. I mean, although I saw he had a very nice conversation with Juan Soto the other day and was applauding the Yankees and stuff like that. So thank you.
I love you, Bobby. Well, Andrew, how many rounds in MLB? How is the 19th round even allowed in any sport?
I think there's 36.
Okay, that's a good chance of making to the MLB.
Well, no, it's 20 rounds actually. Scratch that.
Oh, okay. Well.
It's not a good chance. Are you kidding me? You have to go from
I'm not saying I can make it to the MLB. I'm not saying many.
No. I'm not saying that. No. Because listen, you need to go from summer league to winter league to rookie ball to low A, high A, double A, triple A.
No. I'm not saying actually make it to the league. That's honestly impossible. But what I'm saying is being able to get drafted should not be as difficult as any other major sports. I can't say anything.
Well, of course not, but that's just because there's more roster spots to fill. You have 8 roster spots to fill. So yeah, you have 8 different teams of roster spots to fill. So there you go. But that's pretty much going to do it for episode 49 of the Sports Coach Podcast. Thank you everyone so much for listening. I'm Andrew alongside my co-host Vince. Like and
Episode
subscribe here on
50.
YouTube, audio only on Spotify, and exclusive clips and announcement posts over on Instagram. Thank you everyone so much for listening. We'll see you for the Big 5-0 next week. Peace.